Greetings, family. Empress D. How are you, family? I am hoping that the family is well, sending love, kindness, compassion, love to everyone. Okay, family? So today I wanted to speak about something. I wanted to speak about my experience, family. So I've been on this journey actually my whole life, but more intensified and actually deliberate and conscious of this journey for almost 6 years. I could say that it really started in 2020 with the pandemic, family. I have to be mindful where I stand because I got caught for the first time. Where I'm staying, there are these crazy anthills, and I got caught standing in one, family. And let me tell you, I got about 3 bites from these red ants, and these bites lasted for more than a week in terms of itching and stuff like that. So these ants don't play, okay, family? Anyway, I have to be mindful where I stand. So I wanted to speak about my experience, and I have been on this journey for the last 5 years, and in my real living life where I actually know people that I can reach out to and talk to, I only know one person that's on a similar journey to me. Out of all of the people that I've known, and I've only know one person that's on a similar journey to me. I do know a lot of people that are in Christianity, and I will say that they certainly are on a journey, but it isn't similar to the one that I'm on, family. I've always said this, family. I've said that in my opinion and from my perspective, unfortunately, organized religion, the way that I see it, limits or caps you in a way. It doesn't really promote and encourage that individual, personal relationship with our Creator. That is the journey that I'm on, family. The Creator and I are bosom buddies. I have adopted the philosophy that I control everything that I can control, and I leave the rest to God. The other thing is that I don't really pray for things, family. I don't ask for things, and this is something that it's my first time really saying it. I don't really pray for things. I pray for the Creator's will, because I trust that the Creator has what's best in mind, because the Creator has a bird's eye view that I couldn't possibly have access to or could see. And so even though I may go through challenges, those challenges are necessary for the path that our Creator has me on, right? And so I don't try to control outcomes. I just try to be obedient to what I am directed or instructed to do. People might ask, how do you get these messages? Do you hear voices in your head, or so on and so forth? You know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't necessarily hear a voice in my head, but I get these spontaneous ideas that are thoughts that obviously they come from somewhere. And I know that it comes from my higher self, which is the Creator, family. And so the other piece is that I look for signs all around us, because our Creator is not in physical form, clearly, and must communicate in some way, right? And so a way that our Creator communicates with us is through signs and symbols, family, through numbers, through patterns. And if we're aware and we pay attention and looking out for it, we can receive those messages. So back to what I was saying. Since 2020, I've told this story many times. I've really been focusing on strengthening that relationship and that connection with our Creator, and really learning to listen and abide by the guidance. And I've had more than 5 years of practice at this point, family, and it hasn't failed me yet, family. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been through the most difficult period of my life in the last, I would say, three plus years. All of 2022, all of 2023, all of 2024, and all of 2025. For the last 4 years of my life, I've had such a difficult time. Prior to that, I really controlled everything. I was very intentional and deliberate about every aspect of my life, and I essentially was able to control everything. But over the last 4 years, I've had no choice but to control what I can control and leave the rest to God. And again, God has not failed me to this point, family. And often along the way, and I get little indications and signs and little miracles that make me know that I am on the right path, family. And that's how it's worked for me. Now, I will say that religion thing, I feel that it caps you, family. And I'm not just saying this to say it, because I've been around people that are extremely religious. I've been around people that are even clergy. Let me tell a story. I had an acquaintance that invited me to their church. And as I've shared, family, I've gone through the most difficult 4 years of my life. This individual allowed me to share with the congregation my challenges and what I'd been through. And there was a beautiful moment where the whole congregation was praying for me. Family, I will never forget this experience. When they were praying for me, I could feel this something in my chest, in my heart area. It was a warmth, it was a sensation of pure love. Honestly, family, the power of prayer is incredible, especially when there's a collective of people with the same intention. It is so powerful. And I really felt that in that moment, and it was kind of like, it kind of took me aback. I felt that moment a few times in life, but this is one of the times that I felt it. And so afterwards, I was sharing this experience with this individual that invited me to their church. And I was explaining this feeling that I had, and they were just looking at me with a blank look. This kind of let me know that this is not something that they were familiar with, family. Yet, they spend so much time in the church. Another experience where I can tell you that that kind of lets me know, and this person isn't religious, but I thought that we were on the same journey. This is a person that I was very, very close to, and I've known them forever, family. And so again, as I shared, I've been going through a really challenging time, and I was sharing all of my challenges, and I was really relying on this person to be a sounding board, and I felt so much support from them because they were always there for me. I no longer really share with this person or speak to this person, and I'll share part of the reason why. They actually kind of mocked me when I was sharing my experiences and the kind of the gifts that I've unlocked with the practices that I've been engaging in the last 5+ years. And when they did this, it kind of let me know that they weren't really experiencing the same things that I was experiencing, because they were kind of mocking what I was sharing and what I was experiencing and what I was finding in terms of this journey that I'm on. And it kind of brought me to the realization that they are not on the same journey. Family, this is real. I don't know how else to say it, and I'm sharing this in hopes that it encourages others to embark on this same journey. When you really intentionally aim to forge a personal relationship with the Creator, you have a force with you, protecting you and guiding you like no other, family. And I'm a living testimony to it. I'm the experiment. I experimented on myself, family, and I'm here to share what I've learned so that people can see that this thing is real. What I've really come to learn is that I have such a knowing inside of me. See, I have nobody in my personal life other than one person that is on a similar journey. And again, I'm a more of a guidance to this person than they are to me. And that's no disrespect and no offense. All of the other people that are on this similar journey to me are all online. And they have no idea who I am, but I know who they are. And I take in their content and I resonate with them because we are going through a similar journey. And it's been very helpful to at least connect with these people in terms of hearing them speak, because there are not a lot of other people that are on this journey. What I find with these others, though, is that they often have come up in families where this kind of esoteric or hidden knowledge as part of their upbringing, and they've been on this journey for many years, and they have like guidance, like individual guidance in their lives. They've had mentors in their lives, and I haven't really had that, but nonetheless, what I do know is that I can identify those who are on the similar journey to myself. The other thing is, I think I was trying to say before I went into that last piece, was that I intrinsically just know things. I just know things, and I'm confirmed about what I know because these people that have been studying forever came up in this type of environment, in a family that was fostering and encouraging this type of knowledge. I know this stuff that I haven't even studied. And I can only attest that to my connection with the Creator, the one that I've been really intentionally cultivating over the last 5+ years. The other thing that I know, family, is that this society that we live in tries to hide all of this knowledge from us. I've read, and I've actually heard it in a couple of different places, and maybe I'll save this for another video because it's something that I can really get into, and it's already been 12 minutes, family. So I think I will leave it at that. I think what I wanted to really get across to you, family, today is that take the journey to cultivate a personal relationship with the Creator, family. And you don't need anybody or anything to do it. The steps that I took is I started, and I shared this a million times, family, that I've started spending at least an hour in nature every single day. And I started that in October of 2020. And the other thing is, in June of 2020, I started to meditate every single day. And I think that those are the two practices that have catapulted me into having such a beautiful relationship with our Creator. I'm going to leave it at that, family. I have so much more to share, but we'll save it for another day. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this long message today, sending you love and kindness and positive energy. And I really would love if people would try to cultivate that relationship with the Creator. All right? Again, thank you for taking the time to listen. I love and I value each and every one of you. One love.